Kelly Brown right here, who went ahead and made the decision to go all in. Big ups to you, Kelly. You know, one of the biggest things that I was just really blown away was that I knew that Vic sort of had it bad, but I did not know that guy had it that bad. I mean, that guy, his commitment level is just amazing. I mean, just incredible. But so are his results. What is your commitment level, and what are your results? The bottom line is now today, there is no tomorrow. Everything happens now. Make it happen.
Cool, awesome. I love John. You know, I've seen his transformation from, you know, making nothing to making 5-figure months. So I'm very, very proud of you. Give it up for John. I don't know where further to go, so let's just start bringing them from left to right. How about Scott, man? How you doing, man? Come up here. Yeah. Give it up for Scott.
Wow. Okay. Truth. I am nervous as hell. I'm so used to seeing, like, you know, 8 people in a computer screen. Right now I'm looking at all these faces, but you know, one of the things that just was so touching, you know, when I was, how many people were in Austin? Okay. You know, we went through this exercise in Austin, and you know, you wanted to, it was basically a search for why you're doing this. And, you know, I was the same thing as everybody else. You know, I was like, oh, yeah, what's Ferrari? Big house, 6 figures, you know, all that stuff. And I was kind of like Dave Sharp when you started digging deeper, and I started really getting pissed off, you know? Because I couldn't think of anything. And there was this moment where, you know, everybody was shouting all this stuff out, you know, on what their basically their purpose was and why they're doing it. And I couldn't think of anything. I got frustrated. And then all of a sudden, this thing just hit me that I wanted my life to matter. And I spent. I just want to thank all of you guys because, you know, you guys were all coming up to me, telling me how much what I say on the Hangouts and how our words change something in you. That is why I do this, you know, and, you know, I can't believe how many people, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're sitting there and you're you know, you're at your computer and you kind of, you feel like you're alone, you know, that's why it's important to plug in, you know, come to the Hangouts, you know, Monday night calls, everything. It's important to have that connection point with people, so you don't feel that alone. And when I got that feedback, you know, it's so moving that a person's story can have that much weight. I mean, show of hands, how many people in here either got in or got all in because of one of these Hangouts or somebody up here? Show of hands. Look around the room, everybody. This is something that was just a huge, profound moment for me as we were actually just over in the other room, in the all-in room. And, you know, I was just blown away because how many of you guys have a better story than half of us up here. So that's why you need to be successful, so you can teach the next generation that are coming, right?
Right.
that's the biggest thing, guys. It's so much bigger than any of us could ever possibly imagine. And we just had just a small little bit of a vision that was painted for us, this event and all the previous events. And you know, the people that you have standing up here, you know, nothing but love for every single person out here. And I'm just so honored to be up here. And you know, this actually is probably the largest group of people I've ever talked in front of. Which, and this has been, you know, kind of a dream of mine. You know, I'm okay. Everybody knows I've kind of been the one that's just kind of started bearing the soul. I'm being like really honest. I sit there after I get out of the shower, I'm buck naked, and I stand there and talk in the mirror. I feel like I'm talking, and I pretend I'm speaking life into people. You know, what's that? Well, no, it's just something I do. So, but you know, there's a lot of people that wonder, you know, what's that thing? What's that secret? What's that thing that gets you through that breakthrough, right? Well, sometimes you're the only one that can really come up with that answer, you know. And where you're at right now is exactly where you should be. Because, you know, one thing I love what Tony Rush always says, you know, where you're at today is a result of your best thinking. And for me, as many of you know, with my story a few years ago, that's where my best thinking landed me. You know, well, guess what? Your best thinking landed you here, right now, tonight. And so you can take what you've learned and the energy that you get and harness from this event and push it through to the next 90 days. Because there's nothing like the power of now. Now it's now. I mean, now is the time to push the button and put it into high gear. Because what you get from this event, you know, you're recording videos, you're doing you know, blog posts, you're taking pictures. Take pictures with everybody. And you use that content throughout the next 90 days. You know? Get on the, you know, the webinars with Mike. Because Mike, I learned so much from you, brother. I mean, seriously. I mean, every single person here. You know, one thing that I had to do was I dropped a lot of pride. That was my breakthrough moment. Because I realized I wasn't that big shot. You know, I tried to fake it. I tried to say, look at me. Truth is, I was scared. You know? And it wasn't until I became vulnerable, coachable, teachable, being able to admit that I made mistakes, being able to admit I don't know everything, was when I suddenly had a major breakthrough and things really started happening. So right now, you guys, one of the biggest differences, I think, that, you know, a lot of the people who seem to accelerate really fast versus people who might not go as fast as they'd like to, is that speed of getting things done. You know, some of us, I relate. You know, if you got a day job, I so relate to that. You know, some of you guys who've been on the Hangouts with us, you know some of my story. I mean, I used to take my laptop into the bathroom with me. You know, that's how dedicated I was. You know.
I still do that all the time.
So, you know, and sometimes, yes, you got to do some things in the beginning, and you got to put yourself out there, you know, because you only got one life to live, and, you know, it's more than just a soap opera. It's actually, I mean, it's the truth. And you know, the sooner that you get out of your own way, like I had to do, like every single leader up here had to do, and just do it, damn it. You know, that's really, you know, about all I gotta say. I'm just blown away, guys. Thank you so much.